Hey everyone, it's the Butter Maker. Welcome to another video. And today I'm not just going to be reacting to one, but two videos. Both from the game theorists, and both focused on the story behind Super Smash Brothers. All the way from Smash 64, all the way to Ultimate. Now, until Ultimate, I actually never, until when I started watching the game theorists, and not until I actually got into Smash Bros. Like fully in, because like I didn't know what it was way back. Well, it was like 7 or 8, but I wasn't into it. I just saw gameplay from the Runway guys on the Smash Brawl story mode, and I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't into it, and not until I met my friends. They've started my animations as Bray TLM and Luke TLM. When I went over to their house and played Smash for the first time, that's when I got into Smash Bros. And also when I found a YouTube channel called Alpharad. Freaking awesome. Freaking great channel. Also a whole bunch of other channels. But that's not what we're talking about. Not until I got into it, because I watched game series before. When I first got into it, I started, and I actually, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so I got into it, and this was around the time, right? I was watching the game. I started watching game theory, and at the same time, it was around the time Ultimate was around. Well, not around the time, a little bit before when I got into it. But where on was when Smash Ultimate was, I believe, no, it wasn't released at that time. It was like a year later, and then it was released, like last year. And when I saw, and like if I had gotten it in December because I got my Switch in December as a Christmas present, and I played through the story, and I beat it in a matter of like 6 days. It took a long time. Also, that's not even counting the amount of time that it took to finish up the story mode by 100%ing it. But yeah, when I saw the ending, I'm like, this is actually kind of beautiful. But then a bit later, as I got more and more into Smash, I learned more about stuff like Master and Crazy Hand, and when I started researching them and stuff like that, I went back to Smash Brawl and all that. I started wondering, what's up with this world? This is what game theory does to me. It makes me question everything about the things I love. I'm like, how's this all happening? Like, because like Master and the Crazy Hand, like the whole thing that I understand from what I know, because like I've never seen either of these two videos we're going to watch, but like from what I know, just from playing the games and the research I've done myself, I've known that Master and Crazy Hand are essentially the gods of the Smash world, but Master Hand is the true god because apparently because Master Hand wants to create things, and so he most likely create the Smash world. And all these fighting stage renditions of all the different places from different games, like the 3D world map or the Midgar or some whatever. I think it was like the Final Fantasy stage and all that. And also, most likely created Battlefield, Final Destination, and Big Battlefield. But one thing that was really interesting, actually two things, was that one, sorry, where was that? Master Hand actually created Crazy Hand. And that's been both like a theory of mine that was proven because like in Smash 64 we see Master Hand for the first time, but nowhere in 64 do we ever see Crazy Hand. And then suddenly he just appears in, I believe, Melee. And I'm like, wait, what? And I did research, and apparently, according to the research I did, Master Hand did create Crazy Hand. And apparently Crazy Hand really, really likes destruction. Probably the reason why he's crazy, so crazy. He just wants destruction, destruction, destruction. But he knows there's a balance. I know that. After all, he would be more of a main villain of Smash, of the Smash series. Even though he does help you in World of Light, you'll see what I mean if you haven't played it before. Also, by the way, spoilers, of course, for most likely stuff like the Smash in general, if you don't want anything, but also possibly more importantly to most people, spoilers for Brawl story mode and World of Light story mode. Why do I have this in my pocket? Okay, but like that. And also when you look at the Smash 64 intro, the characters are freaking lifeless when Master places them on the desk. But then he just, as soon as he snaps his fingers, they come to life and all that. And so, most likely, these aren't the real characters that we... Well, they might be. Because, like, the whole thing is that Master and Christian appear in Kirby. But again, the fighters we see in Smash possibly aren't the real fighters, but instead are like toy figures sort of things, kind of like the amiibos. Now, I don't know, it's really weird. And again, what it explains stuff like why Mario and Bowser aren't trying to kill each other the whole time, and Link, Zelda, and Ganon, and all that sort of thing. I mean, you can make that happen on your own, but like they all willingly work together. So, but yeah, I don't want to prolong this any further. Wow. Okay, just about how long I've been talking, this video is going to be well over 30 minutes. Anyways, before I can prolong this any further, let's begin. I don't want to prolong this with my own series on Get ready. Imagine if that pat was in Smash. Someone think of a moveset for him. His final Smash would be turning fighters into versions of them and ruining your childhood.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where the only way to play is hand and bow, Deku Nuts only. What's that? Final.
That sounds hectic. Not gonna lie.
Destination, no items, you say? Are you casual? Come at me, Internet.
Fox only no items final destination.
My Pichu will smash ball you up. Seriously though, since I know some of you missed the sarcasm, we all know Hanenbo and Pichu were in different games, and that Pichu was like the second worst in the game. It was all there for comedic effect.
Not anymore. Not anymore, buddy. You can live out that dream as much as you like now.
Now, Ganondorf? He's the guy to watch out for.
Yeah.
Hashtag sarcastic opening paragraph.
It's true, though.
Sarcastic. But honestly, Smash Bros. Is
It's true, though. Look at him in
Not
Ultimate
because I
now.
have friends to play with, because that certainly isn't the case. But because this game single-handedly settles more playground who would win in a fight arguments than that creepy old guy at the comic shop that smells of sadness and stale Cheeto. Come on! Mario versus Link, Samus versus Zelda, Palutena versus Shulk? Actually, scratch that last one. And while each matchup is worthy of a theory in its own right, today I want to explore the story of these games. Yes, there's a hidden lore behind the Smash series, and for all the game's bright colors and lighthearted
Pretty sure
gameplay, the
he's
secret story
definitely
arc
right
going
about
in
that.
the background is actually incredibly somber, sad even, with each installment getting progressively darker. So choose your character and set your stock.
Also kinda
because we're getting ready to take a lore
bright.
tour. A
Yes.
lore tour.
Heh.
Lore tour. At the end of classic mode in every Smash game lies a giant magical disembodied white glove known as Master Hand. Oh, sorry, I should have put up a spoiler alert. Hopefully I didn't ruin anyone's 15-minute gameplay session. But you have to ask yourself this. Why, in a game full of Nintendo's biggest characters, is the final boss Discount Glover here? Did Mario's gloves suddenly decide to revolt? Why hit yourself? Why hit yourself? Why hit yourself? Could this be the result of a tech demo? Does the last fight take place in a magician's dressing room? Yeah, probably not. No, the popular theory is that the characters in Smash are toys, and that Master Hand is actually the hand of the kid who owns them. The fights and adventures that go on throughout the games are just imaginary scenarios this little
Okay, I didn't know that.
at playtime, like the beginning of Toy Story 3 when Andy mixes all his toys together into one big game. So let's take a look at the facts and see if this theory has any legs, hands, gloves to stand on. The key piece of evidence is this game's opening cutscene, roll tape. Right from the beginning,
Like I said.
Hand grabbing lifeless characters out of a toy chest, moving some stuff into position on his desk to make the environment, and then, with a snap of his fingers, the whole scene springs to life like an Indian in the cupboard.
Wait, what?
Magically transformed into a
What's that for?
Pretty
Sorry,
irrefutable evidence of the theory that Smash
just a second. There it is. Oh my god. Tell to your friend, she's honestly annoying. But she's still my friend.
There's gotta be something more here, right? So let's get a little bit more
specific
by looking a bit closer at the bedroom, because it's important for understanding the overall story of the franchise of games. Notice the car on the wall, making it likely our child is a boy. The pencils, meaning our child is old enough to write. The books, meaning he's also old enough to read. The toy box next to the bed, meaning he's still young. And the fact that these toys are plush. This is the bedroom of a teenager to young teenager, probably 12 to 14. Old enough to read and write and wants to play his own music, but still with plush toys next to his bed. Remember this, because we're going to be coming back to it later. By the time we get to Super Smash Bros. Melee, our kid has grown up a bit.
Melee.
We can actually see his arm for a split second as he grabs
Oh,
Mario
cool.
out of
I never noticed that.
burlap sack that he's floating in. But the floppy Nintendo dolls have been replaced with more rigid and detailed trophies. Could it be Nintendo subliminally priming us to buy more amiibos? Probably not, but I definitely want that.
It was way before then. That was way before Amiibos, buddy.
The G amiibo I saw floating around the other day. My body is ready for that. Visible when we look at all the trophies collected in the game. Our enthusiast young boy has grown into a serious gamer. Look at all the systems.
Nice.
Also notice how neat everything is. How sparse it is. I mean, this certainly isn't an adult's room, but it also isn't a young.
I wish that was
that
was my room.
Or lower 20s. I swear I have the exact same shelf from IKEA, and I have the game consoles lined up exactly the same way. This is someone growing up, maturing, and that's exactly what I think Melee's about. And it all has to do with the introduction of Master Hand's weird evil twin,
Crazy Hand.
Crazy Hand doesn't move like Master Hand. Master Hand is elegant, delicate, brutal but deliberate, like a deadly mime. Crazy Hand, on the other hand, the award for best joke in a YouTube video goes to Game Theory
Oh my god.
and Other Hand Joke.
Oh my god.
Without you and bad puns. Excuse me. Sorry. Crazy Hand, on the other hand, is erratic,
His name doesn't lie. His name is exactly describes exactly who he is.
unpredictable. Look at his trophy description, where Master Hand loves to create its alter ego is impulsive and destructive, consumed with that hollow feeling that comes from destroying your own creations. That's about as serious as Nintendo ever gets.
Yep.
Master Hand is the spirit of imagination, the hand of a creator.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy Hand is the angry, rebellious one that can't be controlled. The impulsive young adult, wanting to create a mess, play with those trophies, have something in those shelves other than a sunflower and a cactus. Maybe a dirty sock or something. It's the battle every kid goes through as they grow up. Fast forward to Super Smash
Very
Bros.
true.
Brawl with the mysterious holographic butterfly man, Taboo. Brawl featured a single-player campaign
This
titled
this in my opinion is the darkest of them all. It's honestly really crazy.
Emissary, whose plot was more complicated than Five Nights at Freddy's, which isn't all that surprising since Subspace Emissary was written by a guy who also wrote a bunch of scenarios for Kingdom Hearts. You gotta
Wow.
give it to a team that's able to come up with as many creative titles to avoid the number 3 as possible. Dream Drop Distance? Come on. Half-Life 3? Kingdom Hearts 3. Anyway, long story short, Bowser, Ganondorf, and Wario
Where is
teamed
coming,
up with
Matt?
Master Hand to turn all the characters back into
Pass,
trophies
Matt.
forever, so they can never move again. But if Master Hand represents the creator, the spirit of creativity and imagination, then why would he want to stop playing with all the toys he's been having fun with all these years? Well, the truth
Because
is, he doesn't. It's revealed at the end of the campaign that Master Hand was just being used as a puppet, controlled by an evil force called
taboo.
Just in case you're not appreciating this wonderful metaphor, let me explain. Taboo means something that's prohibited or restricted by social custom. A lot of historical taboos have come and gone, like women not being allowed to wear pants, women not being allowed to have their bras showing, women not being allowed to keep their maiden names. Wow, a lot of these have to do with women, huh? You know what
Yeah.
else is taboo? And
What was wrong with the world in the
adults
past?
playing with toys. Kids are allowed to play with toys, adults aren't. So, while Master Hand, our kid who's now grown into a young adult, may still want to play with his toys, society, represented by taboo, is forcing him to stop. Even the way he looks, an adult with arms crossed, closed off body language, indicates that this is the serious side of adulthood. And I gotta give props to Connor the Waffle for pointing that one out in his own personal video. Well
Really?
spotted, man. Luckily, in the end, Mario and the gang
He
win
did
and
that?
stand triumphantly, facing towards the future. The child
Yep.
we've watched grow up through these past 3 games has accepted that these characters will forever be part of his life. A couple years ago, this would have been the perfect ending to a wonderful trilogy. But then
Smash 4!
3DS and Wii U came out, and Master Hand's still in it, and Crazy Hand's still rolling around or whatever. But unfortunately for us, there's a new guy on the block that gives us a whole new level of insight into this theory. His name is
Master Core, right?
Inside Master Hand, and after you damage
I've always wanted to know about Master Core because Master Core was honestly it was cool, but kind of random, especially the different forms of it. Master Giant, Beast, Saber. Was it Master Saber? It was something like that. And Master Fortress. I mean, it just seems kind of out of nowhere.
Master Core breaks free, and it is the most intense fight of the franchise.
Indeed.
Master Core takes on many forms, from a giant person to sword.
It is hard. It's hard. It's hard, man.
To a dark clone of your character.
Oh yeah, the
before
clone.
Finally, just revealing its true form to be a little ball within a ball with the Smash Brothers logo on it, the symbol of the franchise. And the fight ends on an incredibly somber note. After all this intensity, the stage goes quiet.
Sure.
The ball just sits there
Until you destroy it.
It doesn't counterattack, and the only way that you can lose at this point is if you don't knock it off the stage fast enough. It's
Yeah. Or if you hit it too many times, I believe. Because that'll do a huge self-destructing explosion.
Eerie. It feels like an incredibly meaningful moment, but what exactly does it mean? Well, first, let's look here. The 4th game isn't the first time that we've seen Master Core. Look at it hiding beneath Battlefield.
Oh my god.
It's almost like it's some sort of ultimate creator, a driving creative force behind the entire franchise. It's
The heart of the character?
Master Core represents game director Masahiro Sakurai himself.
Oh.
Now listen, I've written these things enough times to know that seems like a pretty big jump in logic, but let me explain. Think back to our kid, who we've watched grow up over the course of these games. That
This was Sakurai?
is Sakurai.
That's Sakurai!
Smash Brothers franchise
Wow.
is his story. Sakurai was born in 1970, meaning he was 13 when the Famicom first came out. Remember, this is the same age as the young boy depicted in the first Smash game. That room from the first game was his room. It was him growing up with Nintendo. Master Hand, the spirit of the creator? Obviously it's him. He's the one who figuratively brought these games to life in his childhood bedroom, and then literally brought these games to life as an adult. Then you move on to Melee and Crazy Hand. The desire to destroy what you've built? That's him dealing with having to dedicate more years of his life to this franchise. Don't believe me? Sakurai created the character of Kirby at HAL Laboratories when he was 19. Jeez, he created a character that she...
Dang, nice, man.
Needed gaming as a teenager? Here I was just pretending to be a woman on stage. I guess we all have our own paths. Anyway, Sakurai resigned from the company and the Kirby franchise years later because he grew tired of the sequelization. This is a quote coming from 2 weeks after he resigned.
I don't blame him.
For me to see that every time I made a new game, people automatically assumed that a sequel was coming. Even if it's a sequel, lots of people have to give their all to make a game, but some people think the sequel process happens naturally. He wanted freedom.
That's very true.
Laboratories when he saw Kirby going down the path of too many sequels, and Crazy Hand is his frustration when he saw Super Smash Brothers headed the same way. He wanted to destroy with one hand the thing he created with the other. So then what about Brawl and Taboo? This one's fairly obvious. It's the pressure to grow up. Brawl is the story of Sakurai having to come to terms with his chosen career path. He makes video games, toys, for a living, but society tells us that adults don't do that. Subspace Emissary is the story of him rejecting society's expectations and doing what he loves, what he believes in. It's symbolic of a person having to justify that, yes, he creates games, and no, not games like Call of Duty. But then comes
Attaboy, Sakurai.
take a tragic turn. You'll notice that Master Core breaks out of Master Hand. That's important. It's Sakurai fighting to break free of his commitment to these games. He's conflicted about being in control of the series, being the hand of the creator. Does that seem like a stretch? It shouldn't. Think back to the quote I mentioned a second ago. When Kirby became too sequelized, he left the company. He wanted freedom. He felt trapped.
He left the laboratories.
Installments into Smash, he's feeling it again. He wants to break free, but is understandably conflicted about it. In a recent interview with Game Informer, Sakurai revealed that making these games has been a massive undertaking, and that the strain it puts on him is way too much to bear. In it, he says, quote, "You could say that all the effort in the past to stretch out, keep pushing myself, and provide all these extra merits wound up tightening the noose around my neck in the future. That may seem like it contradicts my personal desire to keep giving gamers as much as I can, but I don't see any easy answers for it. And yet, despite that, I also have trouble picturing someone else taking my place."
That's dark.
Represents this intense personal struggle. Look at the way the core behaves. It bursts out of Master Hand, then puts up one last ferocious fight, but then it knowingly gives itself over to us, waiting there as a passive ball, waiting for you to end it. It's sad. Like a ferocious animal who fights getting caught, but then gives up once it knows it's lost. Sakurai has spent decades of his life on these games. He's now 44, and for as much as he'd like to move on, he knows this isn't the last installment. Melee and Brawl were both designed to be the last in the series, but these days a successful franchise isn't about to end. He knows that. And he knows that for him, he's caught in a lose-lose scenario. If he doesn't stay on board and hands over the franchise, he loses control over his personal creation. He's no longer Master Hand, the symbol of these games. But if he stays, it's 4 years of exhaustion, blood, sweat, and tears poured into a game when he wants to do other things. He'll fight, certainly, but in the end, all he can do is give up and put it in the hands of the player. The player, in the game and in real life, has won, and only the player can end it. Ask anybody who works on a video game, and they'll tell you what a personal undertaking it is. How much of themselves goes into every single project they work on. Smash is no different, even if it does just appear to be a simple crossover brawler. And if you're surprised by the theory that Smash's big baddies might be inspired by a real-life person, then you'll be shocked by some of the other game characters who've also had real-life inspirations. Smash here to check out my friend Matthew Santoro's new video on the subject, where he lists off a few more characters you might be surprised have source material coming from real life, like Lara Croft. That was the one on this list that really got me. I mean, I'd like to meet that real-life inspiration, if you know what I'm saying. But before you go check that one out, make sure you use your master hand to click that subscribe button, or...
That's honestly kind of dark. Like I said, honestly, not what I was expecting. But then again, Matt said that this whole sequel thing is what's getting to him. And if you ever saw the end of World of Light, then you possibly realize that Ultimate might be Sakurai's way out. On to the next video. Okay, so I just kind of skipped ahead in this video because, like, you know, he does the whole intro. It talks about a lot of stuff, including the last video. He's about to do a whole summary of it,
Fair warning, though, I inserted
which is
even
going
more
to kind of.
cringeworthy humor then than I do now.
Okay.
Pichu will smash
He's like he's talking about like this theory could finish up the last theory, because this is like an explanation to the World of Light ending.
pull you up, which is saying a lot. Anyway, in my interpretation, the games tell the story of Smash creator Masahiro Sakurai growing up and his ever-evolving relationship with this franchise and these video game characters. The original Super Smash Bros. Is all about a child playing with a bunch of plush toys, something that was confirmed by former Nintendo president Satoru Iwata. By Melee, the
Well, that was
child is
confirmed.
older, more established, and collects trophies of the characters rather than plush toys. Brawl is all about fighting against social taboos, that video games are for kids and not adults. That's why the final boss of the game's story mode is literally named Taboo and has body language of a closed-off adult. His mission throughout Subspace Emissary involves turning all the living characters back into trophies. In essence, killing the imagination and childlike spirit that involves bringing these characters to life. But in the end, the characters emerge victorious, figuratively and literally shattering the social taboos that were trying to contain them. Across all these games, there have been two pervasive figures, Master Hand
And Crazy Hand.
When Smash first
Always
came out in
appearing.
1999, everyone expected the final battle to be against Ganon, or Mother Brain, or some other surprise Nintendo cameo like Bowser. So it was a shock that
They got that in
the
Melee.
of the first ever classic mode was a giant white glove that just flicked you around. And it was even more surprising in Melee when Sakurai decided to double down on the character by creating his counterpart, Other White Glove. The games have been explicit about what these two characters represent, however. According to their trophies in various games, Master Hand is the link between the real world and the imaginary battlefield. To quote Smash 4, he's the embodiment of the creative spirit, with, according to Brawl, powers that border on absolute. Crazy Hand, meanwhile, is the impulsive and destructive force, quoting his trophy from Melee, consumed with that hollow feeling which comes from destroying your own creations. And quite honestly, all this makes sense. We see Master Hand being the force that takes the plushies out of the toy box, and it's his snap of the fingers that transforms the table into the first ever battle
And brings
of Smash 64.
the characters to life.
Let's face it, what kid hasn't fought his toys against the big baddie of his own hand? Well, maybe kids nowadays haven't, since, you know, you can just play Fortnite. But I did it all the
Oh,
time.
please, no, not Fortnite.
Mostly hand versus Matchbox car.
Those toy versus toy for me.
Hand usually won. In my original theory, the hands both belong to Mr. Sakurai. He's the creative spirit behind these games and is quite literally the person who has absolute control over this world. And if Crazy Hand is all about destroying your own creations, well then, that destructive impulse must belong to Sakurai, the guy who created these things in the first place. But it was the final battle of Smash 4 that confirmed for me this relationship. In it, we see raging darkness burst out of Master Hand, which seemed to me to be a direct reflection of Sakurai's repressed frustrations with this series. He's been very public with each game after the original that he intends for it to be his last in the series.
Indeed.
Going so far as to say back in 2015 that he just might quit games altogether after how brutal Smash 4 was to work on. Quote, "It was very tough this time around. I doubt I'll be able to go on making games if it continues like this. And when I say brutal, I don't just mean long work hours, I mean physically and emotionally painful for him. As he himself admitted, quote again, the reality and very unfortunate reality of this situation is that it's still a considerable problem. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm in a position where I can't use the mouse at this point, so I'm using the trackball. And as the creative director behind an action game, that's a real critical issue, unfortunately. And remember, this was all back in 2015.
You saw at the bomb. He still committed. He's a trooper, man.
Here he is, 3 years later, still working on yet another installment of the same franchise.
But,
sure, he's the master
well,
hand, but at a certain
you'll
point,
see.
there's anger and resentment with the thing that he's created under the surface. Rage that he's still trapped by these games. Darkness that we see manifested in the final battle of Smash 4. All until that rage subsides, he relents, just becoming a ball of sad acceptance at the end, waiting for it to be put out to pasture by the player, just like Sakurai himself in the next line of that interview. Quote a final time.
There we go.
But still, all things being said, I'm still 100% committed to the creation of Smash Bros. And that's where things rested at the end of Smash 4. Getting clarity on the role of the two hands and Sakurai's relationship to the characters is essential, because it's where Smash Ultimate's story really begins. As
Here we
the
go.
adventure starts, we see an army of master hands, led by the character Galeem, primed to attack our heroes on the cliff. Suddenly, we see one master hand unravel, and then several, and then all of them. Galeem transforms into a black hole, consumes the master hand energy, and blasts out that infamous light waves that destroy everyone but Kirby, who manages to escape. All the rest of the characters
Sakurai's
are
original
captured
creation.
and replicated as dark, heartless versions of themselves. So what's going
That's
on
symbolism right
in that
there.
scene? Well, stick with me on this, but what if Galeem is symbolic of Nintendo? Yes, the company Nintendo.
Oh my
It
god,
might
this
seem
just got.
absurd, but think about it. If Master
This
Hand
just
is
got
truly
darker.
the embodiment of the creative spirit and has been Sakurai's stand-in character since Game 1, what is Nintendo other than an army of master hands? It's a company where a bunch of creative visionaries work together to produce games like Smash Ultimate, each hand a different person on the development team. And as anyone who's ever had a job can tell you, especially a creative job, the company can suck the life out of you. You feed your imagination, your creative spirit into its insatiable black hole. You give it your best work, and it's not enough. There's always another project, another deadline, and all you get is a paycheck. That's just the sad truth of being a creator in a big company. It's the master hands giving themselves up to the black hole of Galeem. Their creative spirit and energy is feeding the entity that is Nintendo, and that in turn
Feed
is the
me,
weird
though.
duality that we see with Galeem, which is sometimes a symbol of beautiful creativity, the angel, whose coloration just so happens to match Smash 4, by the way, and at other times is a soul-sucking, destructive black hole. Now look at what Galeem does to these characters. It captures them, preserves them, and then uses their bodies to create soulless, evil doppelgangers. I mean, do I even need to translate that one for you? One of the things that all gamers worry about all the time are shameless cash grabs from game studios, diluting characters into shells of what they were just to sell more cheaply churned out games. And it's one of the things that
Amiibo?
Sakurai has always rebelled against in his professional career. I mentioned it in my previous theory, but it bears repeating here. He actively left HAL Laboratories
Oh,
for selling
that's
too
what
many
it.
Kirby games for being churned out. And in 2013, he
That's
spoke
a lot
out
of them.
again against the practice. Quote, is there any industry that relies so much on reusing their old titles as much as video games? The glut of franchises and remakes is at an unnatural level. And you could ask
He's
how
right.
Sakurai could be against sequels when he's made so many versions of Super Smash Bros., but here's the kicker. Here's how Sakurai got roped into doing Brawl. He only decided to work on the project after Nintendo CEO Satoru Iwata publicly announced an upcoming sequel to the series at E3. In other words, the first time Sakurai heard about a sequel to his own game was at the same time as the general public. To quote directly from the Iwata Asks interview on this subject, and this is a long series of quotes,
Meaning he had no inside information. He had no idea this was happening until everybody else did. Even though it's his series. Wow.
It is totally worth listening. Quote from Iwata, all the employees from Nintendo of America America that were involved with E3 at the time strongly wanted to announce a new Super Smash Bros. That would be compatible with Wi-Fi play. But at the time, we still hadn't discussed this thoroughly with HAL Laboratory yet, which shared the rights to Smash Bros. So I announced this subject. Naturally, it was a splash of cold water for you. Quote from Sakurai. Absolutely. You can imagine my surprise when I was told by the others at the E3 show site that you had made the announcement out of the blue. Iwata. I even heard that the people around you at E3 were asking you whether or not you would develop the Smash Brothers game. Sakurai. Yeah, it was rough. The fact that I had already quit HAL Laboratory made things a bit complicated. Iwata. So during that E3, I invited you to my hotel room and told you what I was hoping to do. I had considered what I would do if you turned me down and decided that I would need to take the existing Smash Brothers title, Super Smash Brothers Melee, and try to make it Wi-Fi capable. Maybe it's more appropriate to say that I realized we wouldn't be able to add any new elements to the game without your help. And I think I said as much when we discussed it at our hotel. It wasn't right, but you might even say I used it as a threat of sorts. Sakurai's response certainly had the desired impact. Let me translate an already translated interview. I will kill the good name of this franchise you created unless you renege on your personal creative passions and be a part of it. Man, I can't even believe this still exists out in public. Like, this is an official interview on Nintendo's official site. Needless to say, Galeem seeming like a force for good, but ultimately being a dangerous entity that holds characters hostage and churns out carbon copies can make some level of sense when you look at Sakurai's perspective in all this. But the big twist in the adventure mode is when a new challenger approaches.
Darkon.
His army of crazy hands. If Galeem is Nintendo and its designers, then what is Darkon? Well, I'm not 100% sure. There's certainly
what
much
would
less
he
symbolism
be?
around him, but I think it's the embodiment of toxic fandom. I mean, think about it.
Oh.
Master Hand is the one creating the scenarios, setting the stage, and Crazy Hand is the one who's smashing the figurines together in battle. It's the one that's breaking the rules, destroying this well-ordered
And what does Darkon have as his army?
world that's been created. Not in a bad way, just more in an uncontrolled, imaginative, chaotic way. Together, they represent the two sides of any game, video game or otherwise. The designer and the player, the creator and the fan. And so Darkon, an angry eye that leads an army of player hands, would be all the worst part of fandom. Notice that Darkon doesn't need to absorb the hands on his side of the battlefield. It's because there's no unified group of players. They all still exist as individuals, but there is a collective negativity amongst them, which is embodied by Darkon. The expectation for their character to be in, for that character to be represented.
Dude!
Is right. This isn't the game that I demand, so you cut out my favorite modes. And this is all reflected in Darkon's bad ending.
Wow.
When Darkon wins, it's critical to note that he doesn't destroy Galeem. Instead, he imprisons Galeem in chains. To me, this is symbolic of the fans holding Nintendo
I didn't even notice that. I thought Galeem died.
hostage, demanding that Nintendo only churn out what the fans demand they churn out in exactly the way the fans demand it. Which means that the struggle between the two is a battle of ownership. A company who thinks they own the characters versus all that balled up negativity around players who think they own the characters. With that context in mind, it is no wonder why the actual characters in the game seem like an afterthought in all these cutscenes. It's because they are an afterthought in all these cutscenes. That is the point. We have the creators and the corporation who controls them with their own goals and agendas on one side of the battlefield. We have the players demanding more or demanding different things than what they're being delivered on the other. Meanwhile, the game and its characters, the actual
The thing that really matters, the thing that brought it all together to begin with, to be honest.
heart and soul of what's being worked on is the thing that suffers. It's the thing that gets ripped apart by the two parties and ultimately dies if either one entirely gets their way. The thing that both sides forget in this struggle is that the characters can't be owned. They're a fusion of how they're created, how the fans choose to love
A combination.
them. That's why the good ending only comes if both Darkon and Galeem are destroyed. In this ending, the spirits of all the characters collected throughout adventure mode are set free. Their souls are released and rise up to the heavens. They're no longer products to be fought over and are instead able to exist in their purest form, spirits, what they were always intended to be. characters for fun and imagination. That's why this ending feels so somber and bittersweet. It's because all of that has been forgotten in this struggle between corporation and consumer. And it's why, as Sakurai's final act, he's doing the one thing he can as his ultimate gesture of love to these characters. He's setting their spirits free. It's a weird moment in the story mode, but Master Hand and Crazy Hand turn on Darkon and Gleam to
That's true.
help the fighter.
Hmm. Like, they even unlock the path to the true ending for you when you free them.
So that Master Hand can go on and defeat 50 false versions of the characters, in turn allowing the classic characters to make a final push against the two floating monsters. The player and the creator are coming together to help the characters combat the worst versions of themselves. Normal players fighting against fan toxicity, normal creators fighting against greedy corporate demands. And in turn, these two hands are allowing the characters to live on how they were always intended to be, as sources of joy and imagination. Both those hands are Sakurai. He's a fan and a creator. He loves these characters in this franchise, which is why he's been forced into this series so many times. But he can only protect them from these competing interests for so long, and so
he's releasing them.
Set them free. This will be Sakurai's last game. I guarantee it. Regardless of whether there's truly another Smash game after this, this is where the series truly ends, as it literally and figuratively gets ready to change Master Hand. Now, obviously, Smash Ultimate is going to be one of the biggest gifts of this holiday season, but can I add one more thing to your shopping list that you might not have thought about? Our sponsor for today's episode,
Oh my goodness. Honestly, I can't help but believe that Matt's right on this. And it makes a lot of sense. It gives a whole new outlook. To be honest, I always did think this series is more than just a fighting game. But like in a different way than that theory put him in. But also sort of the same. Was the thing with him at the end, like saying, you know, the players and the creators are all uniting. That's kind of how I interpret it. All these fighters, these characters, all of them coming together as one. Whether they were previously villains, heroes, or in between. They all just come together to face a bigger threat. And entirely freeing their world. You know? I said I'd be fine with Smash Ultimate being the final game in the Smash series. Considering one, it truly is the ultimate. And I highly doubt Nintendo would be able to top it. Because it's just a perfect ending to all this. Just a perfect ending to the series overall. And after all that, still, now that I fully see what's been going on behind the scenes, now I am full on glad that it most definitely will be the final game of the series. After these last few modes, like special game modes and DLC fighters are out, and then that's pretty much it. There'll be nothing left. The only updates will be, after all that, it's just patches. It doesn't make the game better to play and all that. And I'd be fine with that. because I love the series. Right? As I always know, with everything, eventually things have to come to an end. But I always like it when they go out the best way they can. I think the ending to Smash Ultimate really puts a great ending, paints a really great ending for the series. Thank you guys for watching.